Hi, I'm Sue Dunkley, the founder of New Horizon Academy. I always wanted to be a school teacher. That's what I remember from being little. There was nothing else I ever thought I would want to do other than teach. So when we got married in 1969, I taught for 2 years in a Catholic school. And at that point, it was very difficult to get a teaching job. And so that's what I did. And I was so excited my first year teaching. And I found out that what they were doing in the public schools was horrible for children. They would tell me, because I was the brand new teacher, and they would tell me that I had to organize the children in rows in my classroom, and the best reader, the out loud reader, could be in the first row, the very first seat over by the window. And the worst out loud reader in your group had to sit by the back door. And all the doors in the classroom were open. So if you walked up and down our elementary school, you could walk by the classrooms and you would know who was having a difficult time reading out loud. And I refused to do that. I would put Charlie with the big thick glasses who couldn't read a word in the very front seat. And I would mix all the kids up. And the other thing I did was I had kids that were having a difficult time learning, and the math scores were really low. And at that time, way back, I made carpet squares and had the kids sit on squares. I made self-correcting games that where the kids could put A, B, C, the D is missing. They pull it from the back envelope. They got to correct it themselves. Nobody got to see that they were wrong or right. And the kids were excited about learning. The school system doesn't understand self-esteem. These poor kids are leaving their home, first time away from their mother, and they're being traumatized. Bill said, what you have to follow your dream. Well, how are we going to survive? We don't know. We're going to make it work. So we rented a church for $25 a month, including everything. It only fit 8 children. New Horizon has all kinds of things about self-esteem. Noticing the positive behavior, ignoring the negative unless it's interfering with somebody else's rights. But one really important thing is to give choices. I rented a school. I'm going to change the world now. I am going to change the world one kid at a time. I'm going to get a hold of them before they go to elementary school. I'm so excited. I folded up flyers and I would be putting them into, I don't even know if it was Target way back then, but into the Walmart, Target type of stores. And I was followed out of security because I kept going into my purse and putting out flyers. And then they thought I was stealing stuff. So 2 cops came and grabbed me. That's how we started. So I'm excited. My first kids, I'm going to change the world. This little boy is about a little over 3. We were just taking 2 to 5-year-olds for nursery school. And I walked in and I said, Danny, would you like to hang up your coat? Or would you like me to hang up your coat? Giving kids choices is important. Kids need choices, 2 choices that you're okay with. So I'm so proud I'm giving him a choice. Looks at me and says, if you lay one blanket hand on me, I'm going to kill you. There was a year, Nola and I, we still will never forget this. We're shopping at Target and we were trying to get the last block. Some order didn't come in for a school. We have big carts and we hear this strapping big kid come running down the aisle yelling, Mrs. Sue, Mrs. Nola, and it was Danny. And Danny had gotten a scholarship to a very prestigious school out east. And he was hugging us in Target, which, most strapping big boys don't want to hug 2 old ladies. But he was so excited, and he said, you were the only people that truly believed in me when I was young. And I know that's how I got my scholarship. So I just want everybody who's working here to know the Dannys need us. Some of the other kids will make it, with or without us. They're the ones that are hardest to deal with. But we know how to make these kids confident. We know how to make a better start for them. And we now know, with conscious discipline, it's so exciting for me because 50 years ago, all of what's in conscious discipline is exactly what I knew back then. But nobody else really knew it. It wasn't part of what you did with children. So I'm so happy that 50 years later, we can still say, we're here for the Dannys. We're here to make kids feel good about who they are before they're sent out into kind of a mean, hard world. So you have the most important job in the whole world, and I hope you know it. And I can't be more proud to be sitting here 50 years from when we started and to know how many lives we've all touched. I am so glad that Chad chose, even after getting his law degree, that he would follow his passion and stay in this field and do what he has done and brought his whole team to have the kind of passion that all of us have for doing what's right for children and families.